I'm here to make sure we're protecting your family wealth for bloodline for generations to come. Now, many of us, including myself, I've been divorced, so I've had to start again, build businesses and get back on my feet. So I've got, at the moment, fairly what I call reasonably modest wealth. These are certainly not my figures, but if we have a look at maybe an Australian family who's got $1 million home, now that may have, for example, a $500,000 mortgage on it. We've got investments of a couple of $100,000 we've been socking away, selling wage earners, and then we've got superannuation of a couple of $100,000. Now, something may occur, some transaction, whether it's family law, there's a split, or alternatively, a creditor is starting to take action against them, particularly if they're in a small business. And that creditor may be the tax office. There have been instances where the tax office, effectively, once they find out that someone has missed a payment in terms of their tax payment system, that they then go and let other creditors know, effectively, that this person is not paying their debts. And of course, that then may lead to bankruptcy or trustee in bankruptcy being appointed. Alternatively, may simply, if we pass away, much the same, you remember that Miller and Taylor case, that all of this money may become up for grabs if the will is contested. But the main thing I want to get to, and we've talked about all the potential exposures, is when a litigation lawyer sees that, they're quite happy because they know that there's going to be fees there for a while. As long as the person they're representing has got a really good, strong chance, and certainly if it's a no-win, no-fee lawyer, they've got to make sure it's absolute, almost 99% certainty. If they've got a chance there, it means that action can go for not just 3 or 4 months, it can actually go 18 months, 2 years, 3 or 4 years. So as a consequence of that, someone just having these assets, which are not extreme by any measure, they are the perfect litigation target. Now, if someone's only got $30,000 or $40,000 of assets, and super can't be touched by your creditors or trustee in bankruptcy, so that's good. If someone's only got like $30,000 or $40,000 in assets, obviously no one's going to litigate for that, because by the time they even start down the track, that person will end up being bankrupt, and that's a sad case. Can you imagine if we actually went down here, and I'll get super out because super, as we'll find out over a period of time, is super well protected. There's a little bit of a pun there. But if we imagine that instead of 200K, we've got, instead of 200,000K, we've got $2 million sitting in investments. And instead of a home worth $1 million, we've got a home worth $5 million. Now, if you're a litigation lawyer and there's a viable action against that person, you're representing someone, then can you imagine the fees they'll actually be able to book out of that one? And that's the scary thing. I don't know where you stand in your life, but if you've got these assets in your own name or in your wife's name, so in your name or in your family name, then you're exposed. And that's a dangerous thing. Remember that Succession line we went to? If you haven't listened to that, make sure you go and listen to Succession. Prince Charles, all the wealth of the British royal family doesn't vest or doesn't transfer to him. He's just simply a custodian. He's in fact not even allowed to touch any of the capital. He can just rest on that income. Why is that? Because the British royal family want to protect their family wealth for bloodline for thousands of generations to come. Here, in your own family name, there's no protection whatsoever. So we need to redress that and start to build structures around there so that you've got a castle that protects your wealth, not necessarily your assets. A castle protects your wealth that is then surrounded by a moat so the hordes cannot come and attack you, or if they do, it's going to be a very difficult process if there's crocodiles, if there's piranhas, if there's a whole lot of stuff around there. So again, this is the danger of having assets in your name or even in your spouse's name. There's no such thing as a risky and a non-risky spouse. That effectively everyone is the same. It's Grant Abbott, signing off.